Hello and welcome. My name's Super Saiyan and this is your weekly news and pre-order video covering all of the new releases from Games Workshop and Forge World. Warm welcome to all of you new subscribers and members of the channel. It's one of the best ways to support the channel by becoming a member. Another great way is to be using the Element Games affiliate link in the description. Every time you buy something from Element, if you click the link or save it as your favourites, and then also at the checkout, if you input the crystal code, you're going to earn yourself double the number of crystals, which you can then use for receiving a bigger discount for future purchases. And I want to say a massive thank you to everyone that's helped get this channel to 45,000 subscribers. I'm very, very chuffed with that. So without further ado then, let's go on to the Warhammer community website right here. And if we go back a week to, I want to say like the 17th of September, about here. So last weekend, there's a couple of pre-orders, from Black Library. There's Nightbringer. It was the 20th anniversary edition. Wasn't a real special edition, it doesn't have a page keeper or anything, or page edges, but there was that. It's been out 20 years. I can't believe it was 20 years since I read it. You've got the Vorbis Conspiracy as well, and then a book in German, The Dawn of Fire. On the Saturday, you had the pre-orders of the Votann. So the Votann army set is out today officially. It can be yours. It's so broken that tournaments are banning it already. So just putting that out there in its current state with this army set. I don't know whether that's going to affect your decision to buy it because it was pre-ordered last weekend. But, if you see it about, or if you see any of these, or if they're going to be releasing these separately, just put that out there that some tournaments are banning the faction altogether. So if you have a plan to play with them, even with your mates, it might not be as fun for your opponent as you might have thought. But anyway, you could pre-order these last weekend, and also the Necromunda book, and these Goliath Maulers, some dice, cards, and Bilbo Baggins. And that was it for the pre-orders last weekend. Not very many, really. And it's the same this weekend, actually, because on the Sunday, the day after, we were given a pre-order preview video about the Disciples of Tzeentch. So this is their third book. So this is their third edition for Age of Sigmar book with a special edition. You've also got the Vanguard Disciples of Tzeentch. Not a massive fan of Tzeentch, really. But you've also got the dice and the War Scrolls. And then for 40k, you've got some Space Marines made to order. You've got, I think they're all in resin, except for this one, which is in metal. And I do still own this one. So absolutely no point in me pre-ordering these. I'm not sure about some of these librarians. I might pick up a couple of them, because I can't really remember whether I own them. I've obviously got that one, and I've got these Masters of the Chapter or whatever. Then you've got Middle-earth Breaking of the Fellowship. Classic versions, they're made to order. And that is it. So really, today you've just got cards, dice, a Vanguard set, and the Battle Tome for Tzeentch, because the others have, made to order. You've got Warhammer Plus this week. You had a battle report. They're now putting some of these battle reports watch for free. There's quite a few things being watched for free at the moment. You got Leagues of Votann, how to paint those plasma blades, and then Interrogator issue 9. And that's it. So pretty quiet on that front for the pre-orders, really. You got the Rumour Engine. Looks like some kind of wing, mechanical wing. You've got a Sanguinius and Kabanda dramatic diorama. Yeah. I don't know if it works because Kabanda is at an angle. He's like upright, but at an angle. I think the angle is too much, in my opinion. I mean, yeah, I like the creativity, but the fact that they put him on there. Yeah. I don't want to say anything spoiler wise about that either. It seems odd that Games Workshop have done that as well straight after the recent book. That's a bit. I would have. I mean, yeah. I mean, I understand because Commander came out not that long ago, but I probably would have given it a few weeks. Well. I hope they don't do that with the next book. Unleash the psychic might of the Delac and bless your corpse, grinder corpse, with 3 Necromunda rules. Prepare to pulverize your prey with the Beast Smasher Mega Gargant. So it's King Brod. It's the old, I say old, came out like a couple of years ago, giant box set, or Behemoth box set, which was, I think it broke records because it's like £120. It's like one of the most expensive plastic kits they made. I have 10 of them. No, I don't. I've like one of them. But it's going to be that kit with an extra sprue to make King Brod. Not massive fan of this. I like the hammer and the severed arm and the people struggling out of his hand. It's quite cool, but yeah, not massive fan. You've got Black Library New Sagas. So you've got Hammers of Sigmar, First Forged. When I first saw that, I thought it was Fist Forged, but oh well. Grombrindle, Chronicles of the Wanderer. Get some Lord of the Rings vibes with that one. Rings of Power vibes. You've got 3 rules for classic Mechanicum units. That's not all, though. I guess they couldn't write anything extra on there, but you've got the Legacies of the Age of Darkness Mechanicum. If you load this up, this is free. Trying to sort of zoom out a little bit. There we go. Yeah, you've got some classic units, such as, say, classic, the Termite Drill. Okay. You've got Tarantula Guns, you've got Land Raiders, you've got Macrocarad Explorators, you've got the Auto Reductors, you've got the Minotaurs, and that's it. Sorry, that's an artillery tank, so it's basically a whirlwind. That's it for Mechanicum, so not a massive amount. But then Legiones Astartes, they've changed this somewhat. They've FAQ'd it, I guess. This was the Legacies. They've FAQ'd the Legacies. You know that Legacy PDF that came out like a month ago or less than a month ago? Yeah, all the pink is a change. But then they have changed a few things in with these, and they haven't coloured them pink. So you really have to search through the 105 pages to really see what's actually changed. Terminator Steel Troops, putting that out there. Yeah. So that's that. And then you've got Necromunda Succession Book. You've got Discover Tzeentch plans to break apart reality in the Battle Tome. You've met the big 5 leagues of Votann, but how do they play? In one word, broken. The Horus Heresy Thursday was fantastic for me because I love Death Guard, and Death Guard are the next army that I've started purchasing in my Legion journey. I've completed Dark Angels, Word Bearers, and Raven Guard with all the Legion specific units and a few other things on the periphery. I can't wait to bring you the videos and things. I'm still finishing up the plastic Horus Heresy reviews, and this past week we've had a week of kind of Emperor's Children, haven't we, really? We've had like 5 videos of Emperor's Children. So Death Guard are next. In terms of content, it'll be Dark Angels, because I need to get all of those reviews out for you. But for me, collecting, it would be Death Guard. You do get a helmeted version with this Praetor, and that's fantastic. He's got an axe, so yeah, Lord of Contagion, maybe you could possibly use him as. I mean, if he had a scythe, he'd just be a Death Shroud. And, you know, again, there's nothing stopping you using one of those 5 Death Shroud as a Praetor, because the unit starts off as 3. It doesn't start off as 5, as you'd think. And then you got this one, which is quite cool. I mean, I would have preferred him in a more active pose. That pose seems a little bit Emperor's Children, Blood Angels, Ultramarines even. Like he's just stood there like, oh, look at me, look at my scythe. You know, I want to see these legions in motion. Both the Emperor's Children Praetors recently have been great to show in motion. And this one is in motion too. You know, he's walking forward, got that big power axe. But this one, yeah, I'm not a big fan of that pose. I would have rather him, you know, stoically walking forward, relentless, with the scythe behind him, maybe about to swing, or over his head, something like that. And this weapon again, I think it's grav, but I don't know. But I do like the homage to the chain mail under the pauldrons and the groin armor plate, I guess. And again, he comes with an alright helmet. I don't think it's as... It definitely falls in line with the other Mark IIIs. But... and I do like the power plant and this top skull wing kind of thing. That's going to be great. It just means that the plastic Praetor is going to go great with this one too. So, right, so that's the Death Guard. You've got Celebrate Warhammer Day with an exclusive miniature, painting competition and more. So celebrate 35 years of Warhammer 40,000. Wow. So Warhammer 40,000 probably been around longer than you guys. According to my stats on YouTube, the majority of you are in your 20s, early 30s. So you've got this new miniature, which they don't show, which is really stupid. They've just got this video where we have to kind of do that and then probably pause it at some point. I mean, they show it in a video, but they then don't like show a picture of it. So there's the orc being slain by, I think it is an Emperor's Champion. How many Emperor's Champion do they want? I don't know. It might just be a Black Templar, but that sword definitely looks black to me, and it looks massive as well. And he's got the Iron Halo, and yeah, a better Emperor's Champion? I don't know. I think it's really cool though. The paint job is pretty good too. I mean, that is just fantastic. I get why they've modelled him without a helmet. I get that. For this model, it works. Would have liked a, you know, helmeted version too. But, you know, it's a diorama type miniature of him slaying an orc. So having him without the helmet really shows that emotion, which is great. You've got Lumineth back in their new battle tome. I've been looking forward to this for 3 years. You know, this is the 3rd battle tome I can get my hands on. No, I'm not. I'm not going anywhere near it. You've got Black Library's latest Superstars Dazzle, and then Golden Demon winners share their top painting tips for you. So all the way back, I mean, look at these, 2014, 2006. I mean, yeah, if you like painting, this article is for you. I mean, it's going to be fantastic. So yeah, you can read that. You probably get a lot out of that article. And that's it for the news. Not a huge amount of news. You know, just news about the Lumineth Battle Tome, the Tzeentch, a bit about Votan, the Horus Heresy with the Death Guard Praetors. Hopefully we get some Raven Guard next. The new miniature for the 35 years, the FAQs, a little bit about the Behemoth with Brod, and and the Tzeentch releases. So not a huge amount this week, not compared to like last week or a couple of weeks or a few weeks ago with the Horus Heresy releases. So let's go on over to Forge World, where there are no new releases at all. So you know, there's nothing new on the thumbnails. There's still these Emperor's Children. If we go to new and we look at yeah, no pre-orders, but if we go to new releases, you know, you've got the Emperor's Children, you've got a few more. It's interesting that this Praetor is out of stock, so the White Scars heads too. I really thought that this Praetor would be out of stock. I don't know, maybe it's because they don't showcase him with the helmet first of all in that thumbnail, but with the helmet it's actually pretty nice. But again, there you go. So nothing new for Forge World. Let's hop on over to Games Workshop and have a look at the Tzeentch pre-orders. Okay, so here we are on Games Workshop's web store. You've got this advert for Warhammer Age of Sigmar, new Battle Tome and Vanguard box. You've got a little advert for Middle Earth and some made to order minis, and that's about it. So a bit sparse today. If we go to pre-orders, it says 27, but I think a lot are made to order Space Marines. If we go high to low, you still got Lord of the Rings Battle of Osgiliath for 125. The Leagues of Votan army sets actually sold out. Then you've got the Vanguard Disciples of Tzeentch, £80 for this kind of combat patrol set. It contains 27 multi-part plastic miniatures. It includes a Magister on Disc of Tzeentch, 3 Screamers of Tzeentch, 3 Flamers of Tzeentch, 10 Zangors, 10 Kairik Acolytes. Yeah, so you've got all of those for your 80. You've got the Breaking of the Fellowship. That is pre-order. Looks like it's made to order as well. Yeah, it says 9 metal miniatures in classic sculpts available made to order basis until 8 AM Monday the 3rd of October. So you've got a couple of weeks to order those. £55 for those original models. You've got the Battletome Disciples of Tzeentch limited edition, £55 now, which is, yeah, it's a fair amount. You've got the Battletome, the standard edition, at £32.50 as well. And this has 112 pages, so it's past that 100 page price point. So yeah, if you like Tzeentch at all, that's your go-to now. These Necromunda items were up for pre-order last weekend, but then you've got the Disciples of Tzeentch dice set, £24 now. They look pretty standard to me. You've got the Librarian with sword and bolt pistol, Librarian with staff book, both £21. This sword and bolt pistol is metal and plastic, so I think the power plant will be plastic, but he will be metal. This Librarian with staff and book, he is metal and plastic. This Librarian with Force Axe for £20, so £1 cheaper. I mean, guys, these should be £10. Not almost kind of single character prices like £20, but there we are. This one is metal and plastic again. The Master of the Marches, he is resin. So these were originally resin anyway. I've got them in resin, these 4. So you've got the Master of Marches, Master of Rites, and Master of Relics. You've got the Nightbringer 20th Anniversary Edition. It's no longer available. You've got the Captain in Terminator armor. He is metal for £20. You've got the Librarian in Terminator armor, which I do have. He's in £20. Let's see if he's resin. Might be metal. Yeah, no, he's metal. You got the Disciples of Tzeentch War Scroll cards. You've got the dice. You've got the cards. The Goliath, which was last week, and then you've got the Vorbis Conspiracy, which was out paperback last week. And that is it. So not much to go on this weekend for pre-orders. So it's mainly just the Tzeentch stuff and some of the made-to-order miniatures. What do you guys think of this week's pre-orders? Bit sparse, please do put your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. As always, it'd be great to hear from you. Thank you ever so much for joining me today. Thank you for watching. The Emperor Protects.